What's up, world? Greg Falvo with WeBuild. Today we're going to teach you how to do stairs. So there's a little formula for stair math, and I'm going to tell you that. And in this case, ours was real simple, and I'll explain why after I tell you the formula. So you want to take your total height, finish floor to finish floor, and you would divide that by 7. When you divide that by 7, 7 is the average height that people want to lift their leg up and it's comfortable. So you want to divide that number by 7. So let's say, I'm going to get a pencil. I'm going to take this piece of 2x6 right here, and I'm going to do some math for you. So let's say our number is 114 inches. So take that measurement in inches, we're going to divide it by 7. Now, I'm going to pull out my handy dandy calculator, just so I don't make a mistake. $114, divide that by 7, you get 16.28. So this is going to tell us how many number of steps we need if we can get those steps as close to 7 inches as possible. So if we have 16.28, well, I don't care about the 0.28 because you can't have 0.28 of a step. Does that make sense? So we're going to take that number and then we're going to take it as 16. So we're going to have 16 steps. And now we're going to take that 16 and take the 114 inches, our total height, divide that by 16, and we have 7.125. 7.125. So 0.25 is a quarter, so that's 7 and an 1/8. So your rise height for each step is going to be 7 and an 1/8 of an inch. Okay, the 7.125, 7 and an 1/8. So now we know how high each step is, and we know how many steps we need, which is 16. So there's a rule of thumb that you can take 2 of your risers plus 10 should equal, 2 of the risers plus the run should equal between 24 and 25 inches. So if we have 7 and an 1/8 and 7 and an 1/8, that's 14 and a quarter. So we can have our tread depth for our step right about 10 inches. And that would put us at 24 and a quarter. We could do 10 and a half, whatever you feel comfortable with. I like to look and see how the deck boards are going to lay out. That's what I use is deck boards. So when I'm framing for the stairs, I'm doing my stringers, which is the support, which is what we're going to show you how to make next. Which is why it's important to find out these measurements first so you can make your support or your stringers. So the stringers, I'm putting mine every 16 inches, just like I would frame the floor or wall. And then I'm going to put 5/4 inch deck boards, pressure treated, right on top. Our math was easy on this specific set of steps. It's going to be 6 feet wide to match the doorway, and then we're only at 21 inches high. So when you divide that by 7, you get 3. So we have 3 steps at 7 inches. So ours was real easy. We're doing a 10-inch run, and I've already laid out and marked and started cutting one of the stringers. And what I'm going to do is dry fit that and make sure, because we got a little bit of a slope, so I want to make sure that when we put these up that everything's going to look good. And then if you look over here real quick, when I cut these, I already measured down the 7 inches from here to here, just like I have the 7 inches from here to here. So that way I have a nice straight bottom. Sometimes that might need to be adjusted, but you want the majority of this to be setting on your floor. And also when you're cutting and you draw your line out, so if we're 7 and 10, so we're 10 here and 7 here, we can hold this square. They make monkey nuts or brass nuts or whatever you want to call them, and they can clip on and you can just slide it down. But I don't have that square in the trailer today, so we're using this collapsible one. So I've got to make sure that I can keep this opened up all the time. So we got 7 and 10, and then we go down to 10, and then again from this side to this side we come over 10. That way I know we got a nice straight back. And what we're going to do in this case, just to make it a little bit more complicated, we're going to rest, I'm pretty certain, we're going to rest this, yep. So we have about 7 inches here, and we have 5.5 here. So my drawing board is going to be laid out 16 inches on center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 stringers, and we're going to notch it back here out so that way we can nail this to the stringers to support the top end of the stringers. So I'm going to take 5.5 inch knot by 1.5 inches. That will come up. So we're going to cut this out as well, and that way we can nail it right to the back of this, and we're not adding this 1.5 inches to the back. When we did that, then we would have 11.5 inch run, so that top step would be wider or deeper. So you want to make sure when you're cutting, you don't cut through your line. You cut through this way or this way, you jeopardize the structural strength of this stringer. So we're not going to do that. So we stop right where we're at. Then we get our handy dandy jigsaw. And the extension cord. And I always leave it like I don't make that final cutoff. That way I can still have all of this supporting it. That way I can make my final cuts for the stringers to get this done. She clean. I'm gonna cut this notch out, I think, first, real quick. We'll get the jigsaw and we'll get this corner just like we did those, and that way we're good to go. that little booger down there. I like to do motivational, inspirational clips on all of our stuff. So this week's topic is doing something to break the stereotype. So offering help to somebody, doing some kind gesture, just because there's just not enough kindness in the world today. Wave at somebody, tell some lady walking down the street that her hair looks nice, hold the door open for an old lady or an old man needing to go into a building. Any nice gesture, and try to break that stereotype. Even if you offer assistance to somebody, where people get concerned and say, oh, I don't want to accept that help because in return they're going to want something from me. And we want to break that stereotype. We want people to be able to accept some help when they need it, when they truly need it. And if you can truly afford to offer kindness or offer help or assistance or guidance to that person, you should be able to do that. And they should be able to take that help without feeling obligated to repay. All right, so that's all we got. We hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching. We really appreciate you guys. We hope you learned something. And as always, if you got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us on our Facebook page at We Build LLC, or email us at webuild1983@gmail.com. Don't forget also, if you're interested, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your brother, tell your mother. I don't care. And I say like and subscribe. You can do what you want to do. I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribe.